I have no doubt at all, and I would encourage my viewers to get your book. You can get that from Amazon and other online spaces. I want to ask you, General, now about the situation with the Houthi rebels and what the US and the UK is doing in that space. There was a request for Australia to send a warship. That was a request that the Australian government refused. I don't know if that was the right decision. The US is obviously the heavy lifter in our relationship, in our alliance. Is Australia doing enough, and should we be doing more in the Red Sea given the impact it has on our country and the rest of the world?
Look, I think there's opportunity for many countries to be doing more. The truth is that it's only the US and UK that have carried out the kinetic activities here. There are others, I believe Australia among them, who are providing various other forms of assistance, staff members, intelligence, surveillance, and so on. Now, this is a more difficult problem. It's spread over a greater area. It is not just in the Red Sea. Of course, it's around the corner through the Bab el-Mandeb, south of Yemen as well. And so this is a considerable area. We have a lot of experience there from anti-piracy operations, but this is a very different mission from that. Other than that, it's a similar maritime task force and overseen by the same headquarters that oversaw that mission as well. In fact, when I was the commander of the area of responsibility, Greater Middle East, U.S. Central Command.
I think you're absolutely right. Before I let you go, I wanted to get your thoughts on the election in Taiwan last weekend and the ramifications of that. I wrote a piece in the Daily Telegraph this morning about what I consider to be an incredibly brave move by a nation to collectively determine that their sovereignty is more important than their safety. In other words, to stick with the incumbent, obviously having lost a fair bit of power, but still in power, and a president who has said, we will absolutely not negotiate with China in any way, shape or form. How do you think this result will impact, first of all, their sovereignty, second of all, China's attitude, and third of all, the impact all of that has on us and the rest of the world?
The outcome of the election, which, as you know, the ruling party retained the presidency but lost control of the parliament. I think that result, so you don't have the ruling party controlling the legislature. I think that is actually going to turn out to be reasonably good for Taiwan, because what we want to do is just to continue the status quo, of course. And even though President Biden has on 4 occasions, I think not slips of the tongue, but gone out and said, yes, we would come to the rescue of Taiwan, then our national security advisor goes out and reminds the audience that, again, there's no change for our policy of strategic ambiguity, right? Yeah. We repeat, the different documents that we all hold dear. So I think, again, just continuing what we have is crucially important. So again, I touch wood. I think this is a mission that is attainable, it is achievable, but the U.S. and others, we do need, I think, to accelerate the transformation of our forces and capabilities and bases and defenses and the rest of this, because we need to ensure that those capabilities are never seen as lacking.
Brilliantly put, General. As always, thank you so much for your time and your expertise. I really appreciate you coming on the show.
Good to be with you again. Thanks.